being.
Yeah, which is a human being. You treat this one black guy the same
Who
way.
is also a human
Who
being.
was also a human being, even if he was actually doing what the call was saying he was doing, but when he heard them sirens coming, he started to get his mind right. Even if he is doing that stuff beforehand, still treat him and do what you was gonna do. Do what you was gonna do with the white guy. But I'm quite sure in that same scenario that you just said that somebody in that area that called or knew or heard the shots flying around and over here or witnessed this guy doing this stuff would have came out the woodwork saying, he's lying. He out here, I'm shot. My friend is shot. Somebody would have came out and said something, hollered out something from the background. Then you would have been alert. Then, and I'm quite sure when he said, when that had to happen, either he's going to start shooting or he's going to comply. Hold on, wait, okay, you got me. Now that's a real life scenario right there. That's more realistic than anything that you just said just now.
But Donnie, I think you're being ignorant.
I'm being ignorant because it's a black guy that's doing this now. I'm being ignorant.
No. I think you're being ignorant only because of the fact that, look, unfortunately, as reality is, okay, cops have a very dangerous lifestyle. They do. They have a dangerous career. Anybody at any time could just pull a gun on them. So they always got to be on edge. Are there racist cops out there? Absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
So why wasn't he on edge when the white guy?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if that was me, I think they dumb. Right? I think it's dumb.
Right.
I think it's dumb. First of all, if it was me, I'm coming out protecting a white guy, black guy. I'm putting the same. What I do to a black guy, I'm gonna do to a white guy. What I do to a white guy, I'm gonna do. That's just me being a cop. I'm not gonna treat one different from the other. If I see you with a gun on your side and I don't think you should have it, I'm pulling my gun up. Let me see what you got. You got a permit to carry that? All right, then I'll calm down. Come out with my gun drawn on anybody because I'm protecting myself. I'm not just gonna pull out on one because, like, I'm gonna tell you like this with all respect, how we do out here. How I see y'all white people are crazy. Y'all do some crazy stuff. So, but black people do some dumb stuff. So I'm treating everybody the same because I'm protecting me.
Exactly, and that's my point about these cops is that these cops show up and you don't know what led up, what information that cop has arriving to a scene. Even there's a scene, a video a long time ago where a white cop busts down the door of somebody's door and goes in and tackles this black man on his couch, and somebody's video going, he's improperly invaded in the house and all this other stuff. This is racism, this is racism, this is racism. But the reality is, you don't know what happened with that phone call. That phone call could have been made to the cops saying, there's a man inside beating the shit out of a woman. And as a person who has personally had that phone call made on him, because me and my...
I gotta cut you off right there,
As an officer of the law, no matter what the dispatch is telling you, you still have to be a professional lawman and do your job and not just bang through somebody's door on assumption or what somebody or what
No, because I got to cut you off right there. Because me and my girlfriend in the state of Virginia got into a fight. I mean, not a fist fight, an argument.
Right.
In which she took a glass vase and threw it at me and then ducked and hit the wall. The neighbors called the cops saying that I was in the house beating the shit out of her. The cop showed up. By the time the cop showed up, which ironically was like 20 minutes later, the situation was calm. Me and her were not arguing anymore. I opened the door and said to the cop, it's all been resolved. We had an argument, blah, blah, blah. Everything's done. I went to close the door. The cop busted down my door. And I said, why are you coming into my house illegally right now? He said, and I quote, I have to check with the other party because there's no way for them to know that I'm not intimidating her not to tell the cops I beat the shit out of her.
But that was still unprofessional on his end. He didn't have the right to do that.
He didn't even have the right to come in there.
Exactly.
What's the law say? You know,
that is the law because in the state of Virginia, there's a law written on the books, and I'm not making this up. You can go research this. That if a domestic violence call is made to a house, Somebody must be arrested because the fact
Wow.
is, if I am beating the shit out of her, I can intimidate her.
You telling me even with somebody has to be arrested, that's understandable. Okay, I ain't saying it's right. I don't know the law, but let's just say that's understandable. Somebody has to be arrested, but at the same time, it's to me, I still think it's unprofessional to bust down the door. If you say, or if you feel like I was like pressuring her to not answer, stick your foot into the door, and so it don't shut all the way. And say, "Hold on, sir. May I see the other party of the thing? Don't bust down my freaking door. That's unprofessional."
All right, let's go through your scenario here, Donnie. Okay, I'm the cop. Okay, you're the cop that shows up to my door.
Mm-hmm.
You get a call saying that I'm beating the shit out of my wife.
Yes.
I open the door. Okay, I'm sorry, your officer. Yeah, me and my wife, we got into a verbal argument. It's all been resolved. We're both calm down. Have a good day. I go to close
And
the
I will
door.
put my
You
foot
stick your,
right there. Hold
you,
on.
Hold
okay,
on,
you
John, you don't
you
finish.
stick your foot in that door, saying, "I can I please see your wife?" I say no. Go ahead, take it over from there.
And then that's what I would proceed to tell you. Well, I have to talk to the other party.
No, you don't.
Uh,
You don't have to
yes,
see
I
her.
do. Yes, I
Why?
do. Well,
This is my home. This is my relationship. You don't have to come to my house.
I didn't say
You
I have to come in. I didn't
We
say.
have to
Did you
talk
tell
to
me?
the other
A
party,
second.
but
Did I? You hear
no,
me
you
tell
don't.
me?
I'm
legally,
the man of this house.
legally,
I'm the man
we
of this
can't
house.
go in and talk to the other party.
A second. But did you tell?
Yes, you do, because you can enter a house with probable cause. The probable cause is I'm now being aggressive towards an
Okay,
officer.
hold on. I'm the officer now. Now you say yes.
I'm playing it out like I'm the guy,
Yes,
Donnie.
yes, I do have to talk to her. If you don't comply with me, what I'm saying, I'm going to have to put you in cuffs, and I will go to get her. I will talk.
You have no basis to arrest me. I'm not
You
doing
are
anything
doing anything,
illegal.
but you disobeying my
What am I
orders
doing
right
that's
now.
illegal?
I got a call. I must check the situation. I can't do my job if you're being you being
No,
uncivil right now.
I don't want you. I don't want you trespassing on my house. I don't want you in my house.
Well, cuffs.
Then it's illegal arrest.
Now you're giving me probable cause because now you got me thinking that she's laid out, possibly bleeding to death right now. That's giving me probability to arrest you and sit you aside until I get things situated.
Okay, pause right there now. Okay, now take that exact scenario. We're at the point we're at now. Okay, I'm I'm a black male. You're a white cop. I'm now being aggressive to you. I'm not letting you in my door. So now you're gonna have to come in and physically restrain me, right? At this point,
How is saying no aggressive? I'm trying to understand. How are you being aggressive at this point? I'm trying to understand.
because I'm being combative towards the officer. I'm not letting him see my wife. I'm not letting the cop talk to my wife. The cop knows he has to see my wife. This is the whole thing.
And I'm
Is that
telling
at
you
this
right
point?
now.
And
At
that's
this
not
point,
necessarily aggression to me,
Yeah,
though. Like
just
to
being,
tell someone, hey, can I come in? No, that's not aggression. That's just
yeah,
an answer to your question.
no. Okay. Well, I was answering in an
you're being
aggressive manner.
irate right now,
Like,
Tricky. That's what
Okay,
you.
well, see, yeah, that would be what
Yeah,
that
but
is.
you being
but see,
irate.
and now at this point where I'm being irate, and now the officer has to use, for lack of better terms, force. At this point, the neighbor comes out their door with a camera, and all of a sudden now it's a white cop breaking down the door of a black male. And is this racism? That's
No,
the problem with
okay,
our
and what you're saying
society.
right there, now you're breaking into the whole media effect. We just don't need to bring media into this because we already know what media does to stories. We already know, and that's what
But
I
that
would.
was the whole reason why I wanted to come on the show. Is that just because a video is made showing something does not necessarily mean it's racism. And this is the problem with our fucking society.
You right, y'all both right, but
yeah,
you flip it, it's gonna be the media, and you right, it might not necessarily be that, but if
Yeah.
it's the media involved in it, they're gonna make it seem like, so you both
Yeah, we
right.
need to leave. See, the media, they taint things, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's almost like
Absolutely.
they use it to program people.
And answering your question about what you saying, Tricky, that was live. That was Facebook Live. There was no editing while that was going on until afterwards. So what
Yeah,
we
that was
seen,
Facebook Live. She hit Facebook Live after he started shooting. She said, "Let me record this."
No. She didn't start recording. Yeah, okay. He got shot. She did the Facebook Live. But now, here's my only question to you. And I'm not arguing for the cop or for Castillo. I'm just asking a general question, okay? Because we talked about the way a cop shows up on the scene. According to her story, she said that Castillo informed the officer that he was carrying and that he had a permit to
Right.
carry the gun.
After he asked for, let me see your ID, sir. And he says, okay, I keep it in my back pocket. I have a
According
on
to
me.
the story, he reached back for it, and that's when the cop shot him. Now, if you listen to the video, and if you don't believe me, go back and listen to it. She changed her story 3 times about where he was shot. It went from he was shot in his arm,
Okay,
to he
look,
was
man.
shot in his chest,
Yeah,
to he was shot
get
in his
out of here
arm.
with that one right there, Tricky. We can see it right now. We can see him.
Was shot in the arm,
Yeah.
and I guess the bullets went through the arm and killed the man. You know what I'm saying? He was shot in the arm. He was shot in the chest, the side.
You can see the blood stains right there on the guy.
Argument's sake, if he legit was reaching back for his permit, and the cop, for some whatever reason, felt threatened that maybe he was reaching for his weapon and shot him in the arm, that to me
4 times.
is saying that he was not going for a lethal shot.
4 shots is lethal.
Let me say this.
4
Is
bullets?
this
That means you want to kill him.
Exactly. You want to kill whatever you
If you
shoot
want to
at.
stop somebody in their tracks, you can shoot up in the air, or you can just shoot them one time.
what guy, especially black, is going to pull a gun out on a cop with his child in the back seat or his girl inside or just being in a car?
Tricky, before you answer that, to add to that, you don't have to show the weapon to prove that you got a license to carry. You are licensed to carry a concealed weapon. That don't mean pull it out. Then it's not concealed anymore. It's not one incident that I ever heard of where they asked to see the weapon. They just asked for the license to see, are you supposed to carry the
no
weapon?
black man in America gonna
Then
pull a
you're
gun
seeing
out
the
on a
wrong
cop.
situation.
What?
Because if you walk up, okay, if you come up to a car or you come up to an incident where somebody says, I'm carrying a weapon, I have a concealed weapons permit, the proper protocol, because I've spoken to a cop about this, is to disarm the person to just for safety reasons.
Once again, cops ain't following protocol because I never want
both hands outside, or then he'll open the door and make you get out to disarm you. He don't make you disarm yourself.
Exactly.
It's unlawful for you to make me disarm myself, and I have license and everything for that. That's like pulling me over and it's saying, hey, I'm going to pull your car. I'm going to hop in your car and take it from you for now. Just for how can you do that? You have no right to do that.
But when you get pulled over, what is the cop? If you have the ignition running, sometimes the cop asks you, turn off the ignition.
They can't stop you from driving away still.
Okay, to answer T-Dot's question, do I believe Castillo was trying to shoot that cop? Absolutely not.
No, the question was what black guy will put out a weapon on a cop, period.
Well, a black guy pulls out a gun on the cop every day in this country.
That's called a suicidal black guy.
Yeah, that's called suicide by cop. I don't even see bad guys putting out their weapons on cops when their kid is right there next to them.
You're going down a whole other path here, is because what you guys are asking, you're absolutely right. Any sane person is not going to pull a weapon when their child is right behind them, unless they're in a life or death situation where they have to defend themselves. So, do I believe Castillo was going to pull his weapon? Absolutely not. Do I believe the cop was wrong for shooting Castillo? Absolutely. Because from what I understood from proper protocol with an officer, is once somebody informs you they are carrying a gun, they are to disarm them for safety reasons solely. Then continue with the rest of whatever you stopped them for. Do I believe Castillo was going to shoot the cop? Absolutely not. Do I think the cop overreacted? Absolutely. My point being in that whole situation was it was not just a racist situation. There are so many mitigating factors to be involved that you can't immediately jump to racism when you see something like that. Is it possible that racism was 100% involved? Absolutely. I'm not denying that. I'm not even arguing that point.